So as explained in video 1 version 1, I have a padlock in the gym and everybody else has the exact same padlock. It is all matte black, so if you don't really remember where you've placed it exactly, you might have a problem finding it back. Now, to make it a lot easier to spot, I decided to paint a couple. So I painted one in bright yellow for a friend of mine, and of course I wanted one for myself as well, so that is version 2. I started by masking off all the metal parts that needed to stay that metal color, then scuffed it up with some 600 grit sanding sponges from Tamiya, cleaned it off with a paper towel, and then started with some Tamiya metal primer. So after masking, scuffing, and cleaning it off, I moved on to the primer. I just applied one thick coat, covering it all in once, and let it dry for about 30 minutes before moving on to actually applying the color itself. So a couple of weeks back, a customer of mine requested a custom Mix Zero paints color. This is a Porsche color that he had on his car back in the 90s, and I figured that color was so extremely cool that I actually ordered an extra bottle that was for myself. So in order to test it out on this, in order to use it on a future project later on, I figured, what the hell, why not just do it? So I started with the first light coat, saw that it didn't really cover super quickly, so I applied a first light coat, then let it sit for about 5 minutes and applied a thicker second coat. So the first coat was finished off. You can still see some of the primer through it, and that was totally fine. So I let it dry for about 5 minutes and moved on to the second coat, applying it a bit heavier, creating that full nice coverage. With the second coat applied, it is now fully covered, and I could move on to mixing up some clear and applying a nice shiny thick coat of it to protect the paint and also give it a super nice gloss. So after finishing the first coat off, I let it dry for another 5 minutes and applied a second coat. I then let it dry for about 3 days before moving on to actually using it. Now it turned out the color was a bit darker than I expected, and it is still a lot different from the other matte black ones, so really easy to spot. But I might want to do a version 3 making it a bit brighter. If you want to see a video on that, just let me know down in the comments below. And if you like projects like these, a bit different from all the other ones that I normally do on scale modeling, also let me know and I will see if I can do some more of this stuff in the future as well.